Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. This is basically part 2 of the video I did last week on making the ball and fluke rig, which is right here. Okay, so now with this video I'm going to show you how to put together a complete rig, which we call the Montauk rig. So we have this one done from the last video you guys saw. I'm going to show you how to complete this whole rig now. Again, we're going to use the same little squid. We're going to use a 3-way this time. A lot of you guys, if you watch my videos, I like to insert the swivel into the monofilament line and then tie the rig from there. But this one I'm going to make it a little easier. I'm going to just go with a simple 3-way and finish it off that way. So with that being said, let's get to tying the rig. All right, we're going to start off by tying the ball to this piece of monofilament. Now, you could put a TA clip or any type of snap on here if you want to change out the balls. For this one, it'll be very simple. I'm going to do a simple knot and get it in there. This is your clinch knot that I'm using. And we're just going to do that for now, just to show you how this is done. I'm going to wet it, always moisten the nuts, and then pull it down. Okay. As you can see, the knots forming right there. You can do loop knots in there. Like I said, you can use the TA clips. Like I've said in the previous videos, always tighten down on that tag end to secure that knot. Okay. And then basically just trim that tag end. You don't want to leave that tag in. You don't need it. And that's that. So here's your rig starting to form. There's your lead. Now we're coming up. Normally I would just tie a swivel in right about here. To that I would just loop it into the line. But like I said, for this one we'll do something a little different. We're going to do the 3 ways. I think it's just easy to make if you're doing a 3-way for everybody. Okay, with this 3-way you got to make sure you use it the right way. So it has straight up and down and then one going off to the side. You want to make sure that the weight is connected to the bottom one, and this will be your main line up to here. And that will be your second hook coming off that way. Alright, you don't want to have it this way because it kind of makes the rig all whacked out. So for the rig to be the right way, it has to go like that. So if you can see that, get a close-up of it. Okay. So here we go. We're going to insert the mono into here. I'm going to look for the desired height we like. Probably about a foot, 1.5 feet is where I like to be. So let me show you that one more time. I inserted the mono into the eye, and I'll try to get like a measurement of where I want to be. And from there, same thing. We're going to do our wraps. Actually, I'm going to cut a little so I have way too much extra leader. So I know where I'm going to be, so I'll just cut it a little bit shorter, so I'm not playing with that much extra line on there. Okay. So there we go. I'm not sure if you can see that. So once you have it set where you want to go, we start doing our wraps again. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Put it back through. Wet it. And pull down. Okay. And you see it didn't fully pull down. You just always grab it. I have to do this off camera, else I'll knock the camera over. And you're going to pull it tight. Okay, from there, again, grab that tag end, tighten down, cut off the tag end. All right, so now here's your rig starting to come together. Here's your 3-way coming up. Here's your ball jig and the hook that we tied on in the earlier video. All right, so now we're going to put the hook. So as I said, you can see this rig, how it's got one heading straight to the side and 2 going up and down. You want to make sure you connect them to this right here. That's where the hook's going to go. So I'm going to put the line through. I feel like I'm being very repetitive over here, but it's all the same things just to put this together. Also, by the way, I didn't mention I have a 4-foot section of monofilament that I'm using. All right, and we're going to do our twists. Again, I like to do between 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 twists. And we'll put it through. Moisten the line and pull down. Now, if you even heard that line squeaked a little, even being moistened, it still squeaked a little. It starts wrapping around, and it makes the knot a little harder. Okay, grab that tag end, pull. And trim. All right, discard that. So now, here's what we have now. This is going to go to your rod. This is going to go to your trailing hook on here, all the way out. And then coming up, there's your ball jig. It's about 1.5 feet down. Maybe not even, a little less, 1.3 inches. There you go. All right, so now I'm going to basically go with the exact same setup I put down there. So let me get my stuff together, and we'll be right back. All right, so back to our rig here. So now that I have my monofilament ready to go, I already connected it to the three-way. So now I'm going to be doing everything backwards. So that being said is, first I got to slide the squid over and get it in. So we'll do that. Also, you could always like wet the lie right here, and it'll slide a lot easier through this plastic. So I'm going to do that real fast. Just a quick little bit of saliva. You can see how much faster it just goes through now. So I don't have to go too far with that. I'm going to leave that right about there. And now I'm going to get my 6/0 hooks. Pull that out. Got that there. But if you remember, I used 4 beads on that last one. So let me pull out 4 beads. And there's my 4 beads, as you can see. Okay, so now being that everything's backwards, now the beads would go on next. There's 1. There's 2. 3. And 4. Okay. So those slide down to the squid. Of course, I'll put those in afterwards. Let me just get the hook snelled. And now I'm going to take my hook, and I'm going to do the snell like we did before. Again, it's through the eye of the hook. Pull it in, loop it, give yourself some room. Okay, like that. And you can start your snell loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Again, I hold it, pinch that. You want to wet this real quick. Wet it up and slide it down. And then grab the tag end. Pull that tight. Okay, slide everything together. And now you can take everything and put it all tight. Okay, sometimes they'll slide, so you might want to grab the hook again and just give a little pop. And there you go. Now, always with the rigs, you want to cut that tag end. Okay. So now your hook is on. Okay, and now basically what you want to do is you're going to slide down everything, trying to keep these little rubber legs out from going in there, and start getting all these beads inside the little rubber squid. Okay. And then your hook will follow. Again, the same thing with this. You could wet the line just a little bit, just to have it slide a little easier in there. It makes it go much more smoother. And if you ever get the things in, you can always use the hook, or it's a little tweezer, or whatever you might have, just to pull the legs out. But they go in, it happens. There you go. Let's pop those all out. As you can see, that one's tangled in there, but we got it. All right, and that's basically it. So now I'll show you the whole rig, what it's going to look like, and how we would bait it. So, for starters, here's your hook, and this is on 4 feet of line. Okay. So here we go. There's your hook. Connected to 4 feet of monofilament. Connected to the 3-way. Okay. And this was going to go to your main line on your fishing rod. And then from there, you have approximately 15 inches to your ball jig. And then from your ball jig, we go to the other hook. Excuse me. And there's your second hook. Now, like I said in the video, you could put a TA clip, a snap swivel. You do not need to tie directly. If you want to change out the weights, the current's picking up, the south wind starts coming in and moving you a little harder, that's basically what you could do. You can just put a clip and change out the balls. This happens to be, I think this is a 3 ounce. You go to a 4, a 6, an 8, even a 10 if you needed. But this was a quick rig that I wanted to show you guys, and I tied it all up. And basically, you're going to work that rig. What I would do is I would definitely put a piece of squid and a spearing on here. Same on the other hook, or one of my favorites is the ribbon of the white side of the fluke belly. And what you could also do is you could take both the ribbons of the brown side and the white side, connect them, and that kind of looks like maybe a baby fluke, and they pounce on it. So you can have the white on the bottom and then put the brown side on top, and you use that as a bait. Also love to top everything with spearing. They seem to really get attracted to the spear and the fluke, and it's great bait, and there's plenty of them. The peanut bunkers around right now too. You can cast net, get a bunch of peanut bunkers, put them on the hooks. Just when using a peanut bunker, you want to let the rigs down a little bit slower because they will helicopter. And what I mean by saying helicopter is that the baits will spin as it's going down and wrap up your whole line. And by the time you get down to the bottom, you have nothing but a ball tangled mess. So you're not going to catch them that way. So you just let them down a little slower if you're using the peanut bunkers or snappers or anything like that. That's it basically for part 2 of this video. That is a complete rig. People will call this the Montauk rig. I call it the Montauk rig because that's actually where I learned it from. And that's basically it. It works great for fluke fishing, and you have your 2 hooks and you're ready to go. So, and there they are. And you can see the whole rig itself. And I'll put that down for you. And that's basically it. Again, guys, thank you for watching. Please like these videos if you like them. Subscribe and leave any comments that you wish. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And get out there and get fishing.